Greetings, this is and I'm me, and I hope this doesn't take as long as it seems like it's going to take, but today we are doing a Let's Play tier list. Now, it's maybe a little bit scuffed because I'm doing it myself. I don't have like a pre-made tier list this time because I could have made one on the website, Tier List Maker, but it was seeming like it was going to be really complicated. And they were going to make me log in and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I just have my own tier list in like a little editing program. The one that I use to make all of my thumbnails and any other stuff, any other photoshopping stuff that I do, which is not Photoshop because that is ungodly expensive. This program is free. And I have, every Let's Play that I have done on the channel, I think, and I just took the first thumbnail for each of those. So rather than take like the logo of the game or something, I just have my thumbnails because I'm not ranking the games, I'm ranking my Let's Plays. So the other thing to note before we start, we're right about to start. Don't lose your patience yet, please. Don't lose interest. The other thing to note is I am not ranking these on the game, how good the game is, okay? I'm not ranking these on how much fun I had. I'm not ranking these on how well the Let's Play did. Okay? I'm ranking the Let's Play as a whole. So my general vibe and feelings and nostalgia and everything, how much I liked or disliked the game, how much fun I had, how much I thought other people liked it, all of those factors come together to form, I form a general opinion overall about like when I think about the Let's Play. And that is how I'm ranking them. So there might be games that I liked more or less that are ranked places that you wouldn't expect because the Let's Play overall is what I'm ranking, okay? Not the game. And also, last thing is I was wondering if I should do if I should just do Let's Plays that I completed, but then I wouldn't have even been able to do any of the ones that I'm currently playing right now. So it can be completed or not. And some of them, we'll see. Actually, I'm going in alphabetical order. So I had two options, either go in alphabetical order or go from oldest to newest, newest to oldest, that sort of thing. And alphabetical order was the way that it was naturally going to end up and be the easiest for me to do it in. So that's the way that I'm doing it, which means we're starting with A Blind Legend. You might be like, what is that game? Yeah, exactly. I know you're thinking, what is that game? Because I only played a couple episodes and then I never finished it. This is one of those ones that is an unfinished Let's Play, but I'm including it anyway because, well, we need a couple of games to go down in the bottom, like the lower tiers anyway. So that's why I've included some of the Let's Plays that I haven't even finished. Okay. So, and I might need to resize some of them to be even smaller than this because we're not going to be able to fit all of them on here. I think I counted there was like 47 or something. It was just under 50 Let's Plays. I know, crazy. So A Blind Legend, I don't really know if I want to put anything in F tier. I probably shouldn't even have an F tier. But I think A Blind Legend might be our first D tier Let's Play because although I liked the concept of the game, and the concept of doing it for a Let's Play and everything, it just didn't work out. So this was a audio only game, and I've played another audio only game that we will get to much later, but this one just didn't really work as well as the other one did, so I stopped playing it. It was a little too difficult for me and stuff, so I'm gonna say, like, it's not F, like, it's not the worst thing I've ever played, but D tier. It definitely wasn't good in terms of a Let's Play. Okay, next. Next is, and as you can see, I see if I don't have it there. Like if I click here, you can still see because of the black lines. But I used a white background for our tier lists today instead of the usual like black or very dark gray color, because the thumbnails look so nice on the white background. And so maybe if you always use dark mode, you don't get to see how nice the thumbnails look when they're on a dark background. But this one is modeled after like looking through binoculars. But anyway, Agent A. This was like point and click spy adventure game. Tinier game. Because we have to go through some of these a little bit quickly, let's just straight up go this one. I feel like most of them, and I know it's very unfair, but I feel like most of them are going to be pretty high up. Like, I'm not going to want to put anything down this low. I'll say this is like B tier, Agent A, because I really liked the game. It was really fun, but like it wasn't like something that I think is super special, or, you know, it's not a Let's Play that I look back on and I'm like, oh my god, Agent A, I loved that game. Like, what? No, like, it was kind of too short of a Let's Play for me to get that sort of feeling for it, probably. Okay, next up, A Hat in Time. A Hat in Time. Okay, A Hat in Time. This game, I loved. I had so much fun playing it. It was great. But it was a little difficult at times, and they did steal the chicken mask from me when the game crashed that one time. So, because of those reasons, I'm gonna have to put A Hat in Time A tier. I know it seems like I talked about it worse than that, but I can't put it in B tier. That's too low. I just can't. A tier for A Hat in Time. I like that game. Okay, next. Banished. Okay. Banished is one of our only other unfinished Let's Plays. I only did a couple of episodes. I think maybe like about 4 episodes of this game. It was sort of like a tycoon game, I guess. Like, you know, it's the type where you plop down houses and then the villagers chop down trees and they stockpile resources and then you build your village bigger and bigger. And I was having a lot of fun playing it and I really liked it. I like this type of game. The problem was that it lagged like crazy. So I actually I had to stop playing it because I couldn't actually like, that's not what I want to do. I couldn't record episodes easily because it lagged so much. So failed Let's Play is going to go in the C category because it's not exactly as bad as a Blind Legend. Like, I did not like the game, whereas with Blind Legend I didn't like the way that the game was playing and turning out. This, I liked the game, I just couldn't play it. So C tier, I guess. Like, this could be revived if I could play it without lagging at some point. I would play it again. Next, Beyond Good and Evil. Wow, oh my god. Loved this game. Still love this game. Such a great game. So disappointing that we waited so long for the next Beyond Good and Evil game to come out, and they were like, we're making it a prequel type of thing. And I'm like, excuse me? And it was nothing like the normal one, and it was like totally not something that I would have been able to play on the channel anyway. Even though this one was like a kid's game level of appropriateness, but the other one was not, I don't think. So, which, you know, I'm sure they thought, oh, well, everyone that liked the other one is grown up by now. I keep doing that. But whatever, we're not talking about that one, we're talking about this one. And in terms of Beyond Good and Evil itself, this is the second Let's Play that I ever did on the channel. So super nostalgic and everything. The reason I'm putting this in A tier and not S tier, even though I absolutely love it, is because I had already played the game before. So Psychonauts was the first Let's Play I ever did. We'll get to that later. And then Beyond Good and Evil is the second Let's Play I ever did. And both of those were games that I had already played before. just because they were the first Let's Plays I was ever doing. I wanted to sort of make sure I knew what I was getting into with them, and didn't want to start playing a game that I might have had to stop because I was like, oh god, like what is in this game, you know? But because I had already played it before, and also the quality is kind of bad, and like the mic quality and stuff, like that irritates me a little bit because it was so long ago that it wasn't as nice as the stuff now. So it's not really S tier, A tier, I guess, but I absolutely love that game. Oh my god. Okay, Braid. My god, this thumbnail. It's terrible. I hate it. But look, I made the numbers look like the word, and like I did a pretty good job, right? I guess it's okay. I thought, oh hey, I'll make all the thumbnails show the puzzle progress. And then I quickly abandoned that, and the other thumbnails look different than the first thumbnail. But I never went back and changed it. None of the thumbnails are good though. Braid, we're going to say, this is maybe the final unfinished Let's Play that I have to go through, besides the ones that like I haven't finished because I haven't finished them yet. But like this maybe is the final like abandoned Let's Play. And I'm so sorry that I sound so ungodly allergic, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. This is the final abandoned Let's Play. It was really cool, really interesting. The puzzles were really great. It was a puzzle game, and it also had jigsaw puzzles that you put together. So super fun. Puzzles and puzzles. I loved it, you know? But there was like really, really, really difficult and or lengthy puzzle sequence situation, something towards the end that was going to take me such a long time to do. And also the game lagged out all the time. So C tier. I had to resync so many parts of so many episodes. Like every episode that I played, the editing that I then had to do after was insane, because parts of the video would speed up in the recording. And so I would record I record for a half an hour. My recording would be a half an hour, but like the first 15 minutes were like scrunched down to 10 minutes, and then like the last 15 minutes were like stretched out to 20. It would do things like that, and I had to like try and sync up the parts. It was a nightmare. So I'm gonna say, I'm actually gonna put it in D tier. Now that I'm remembering all of that, it's not in D tier necessarily because of the game. It's in D tier because it was very difficult for me to do as a Let's Play. Probably not so bad to watch back. I'm sure you couldn't tell as much as I could. The unsynchronizedness, because I tried to fix it, but what I couldn't, or like what I had to do to fix it was bad. So D tier. It was very frustrating. Okay, The Cave. The Cave is a Let's Play, or is a game by Double Fine, the same people that made the Psychonauts games. And so it's super funny. And the other cool thing about The Cave is that you pick different characters and you'll get a slightly different story. So the first time I played through, I chose these three characters: the futuristic girl, the monk, and the knight. And I got different like jokes and storyline pieces because of those characters. And then I actually went through and I played a second time with 3 different characters, and I got to do a slightly different playthrough. So that was really fun. God, I'm gonna put this in. I did it again. If I'm clicked on the wrong layer, it will like think that I want to scale the wrong thing. Do I put this in S tier? No, I have to save the S tier spots. They're very important to be in S tier. So for now, we'll put it in A tier. And I know we're running out of room. Like I said, I'm going to have to shrink things down again. But I'll leave them big for now, just so we can see some of them big for a while before they get too small to see. Yeah, S tier I'm going to have to save for things that were like good in every single way. And so something that made this playthrough not very good is that it just didn't ever really get watched by very many people, Like A Hat in Time was kind of a little bit more popular. The Cave kind of is lost. No one even knows that it's there. No one even clicks on it or searches for it. So it can't be S tier, you know, because it just doesn't have the views. Which it doesn't have to have a lot of views compared to other things on my channel for me to say that like it did well. It just had to have a lot of views at the time of me playing it. Like it did well for the time of the channel. Okay, next, Celeste. Okay, we've got a more recent one here. Celeste, the postcard themed thumbnails. So I haven't finished this Let's Play, but I at least have finished the storyline at this point. And so, wow, I really like this game, and it did really well. People really like it. Really fun. People really like it. It's very popular. I love the challenge. I'm still loving the challenge. We're going through the B-sides now. It's great. It's a very difficult platformer game. And it had like an emotional story with it. And it's beautiful pixel art. The thing that's making me hesitant to put this in S tier is I don't really know if it holds a special place in my heart, you know? Like I'm loving it, but like I don't know if I would be like, oh my god, I literally thought that I was doing the right thing that time. I don't know if I would be like, my god, this game is like special to me. Not so sure if it's special to me, so we're gonna put it here, I suppose. A tier. Yeah. And I can change things around later if I want, but I think for now I'll leave it in A tier. Okay, next! Chips Challenge! I also just... I want to talk about the thumbnails, but like, we don't have all day. I made these thumbnails myself, like made it look like a room, like a 3D. Chips Challenge doesn't look 3D like this, but I made it look 3D, and I always put like little, so like in this one, like there were the fireball things, and I had to get a red key, but then in like other ones, it's like, oh, you had to dodge the blob things, since there'd be a blob, and I don't know, I just really like the Chips Challenge thumbnails, even though they're really simple. I think I did a good job. But anyway, yeah, Chips Challenge. This one, wow. Wow, okay. Is it bad if I say that I have to also put it in A tier? I don't want to, but I want to at the same time. It's weird. Like, I was so frustrated by this game so many times. I would play it for hours to record one episode sometimes because the puzzles were so difficult and so frustrating, and I would get so angry. But now that it's over, like, it was such a long time ago, I'm kind of like, Chips Challenge, you know? And also, this was a game from my childhood. Like, A tier. I've got to go A tier. It shouldn't be there, but the nostalgia kicks it up to there. Yeah, A tier. Okay. Moving on. It's very, very old, like puzzly type game. It's a good Let's Play, I feel like. You should check it out. Check out any of the ones that sound interesting, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, I never even said, but like I thought another cool reason to do this was like, cause I think this was suggested when I asked for suggestions in my other tier list videos. I think this was suggested as one type of tier list video that I could do. And I thought it would be nice because there's so many new people that probably haven't even like seen all of these different Let's Plays that I've done. Like, they don't even know what there is in terms of Let's Plays on the channel. Maybe they only are watching like one series. Maybe they catch up with that series. Maybe that series gets finished and they want something else to watch. Well, here's all the Let's Plays that I've done. I have other videos too. I have videos that don't fall into the Let's Play category but are still gaming. It's just like 1 or 2 episodes of a game. And then I also have a lot of other random stuff, and they're all in playlists. Everything is in a playlist, okay? So just check out the playlist page if you need more ideas of what to watch. Crypt of the Necrodancer. We are still playing this one right now. I have not finished it. I do love it. I do love it. Do I put it in S tier? Would it be better than Celeste? Like, do I like this one better than Celeste? I like them both a lot. I feel like it can't go with Celeste. Like, these ones are not old enough to be nostalgic to me yet. So Crypto the Necrodancer and Celeste, like, they might be S tier someday, but while I'm still playing them, they don't have that nostalgia factor of, oh, remember when I played that? So I feel like they have to end up being an A tier. Okay, everyone shrink. If I shrink them, like, do I have to shrink them like this small? You can remember what they were, right? Yeah, you can remember. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh, and sorry if the whole video / tier list doesn't like look perfectly, and the thumbnails don't look very clear. It's because it's not full screen. Like, the tier list isn't taking up the full screen right now, but I probably will make it take up the whole screen for the video. So things might have been enlarged and stretched the tiniest bit, so the quality is going to drop once again. Maybe I won't. I can just leave it, I guess. I don't know, man. Degrees of separation. Ooh, okay. This one kind of faded away to me a little bit. Like, I kind of forget about it sometimes, unfortunately. A really cool game where you could switch between the two different characters and you had to do puzzles where, like, neither person could cross to the other side of the screen. So, I mean, that's not a very good way of describing it, but it was like a puzzle game with, like, an interesting mechanic. There was a whole story about the two of them and, like, how they could never be together because, like, there was the separation in between them and yada yada yada. It was great. It was cute. It was beautiful. But I think I'm gonna go B tier with this one because I kind of forget about it a little bit. But still fun and very beautiful. I do love puzzle games, so anytime it's a puzzle game, I want to put it higher. But in terms of all of the Let's Plays we have to go through, I guess we can say B tier for that one. Okay, the Desolate Hope. This is crazy, guys. This was so long ago. I always forget that I played this. This game is by the same person that made the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but it's not really as much of like a jump scare horror game. It was a very interesting game. I didn't expect it to be the way that it was. But I actually really liked it, and there were battles that you had to do that were really, really difficult. I just remember the battles being, like, so ridiculous sometimes, like how quickly you would lose, and it was really fun, in that sense. Like it was just, this game was so unexpected. I didn't know it was going to be the way it was at all. But it is completely lost on the channel. I always forget about it. Everyone forgets about it. So I'm going to put it in B. Yeah, I'll put it in B. It's just like, whoever even knows that I played this? No one. So it's not that good of a Let's Play. But I actually do think I liked it. Like, if I try to remember, like, I can't remember the other part of the game. I know you hopped around as this, like, coffee machine. You hopped around and you had to, like, find things, but I don't remember what you were finding. And then it would turn to night and you had to go out and you had to find these other things. Like, it was kind of confusing. But also, the battle portion of the game I really liked. Okay. Next, Detective Grimoire. Okay. Detective Grimoire versus Tangle Tower, because that's the other one that is the same sort of, it's not just the same company, it's like the same dude, you know, the detective. The next game is Tangle Tower. So which one did I like more? Which one did I like less? I think I liked Tangle Tower more than Detective Grimoire, so let's keep that in mind. This is point and click. Oh my god. Point and click detective sort of game like Agent A, but Agent A, you were like a secret agent and you had to like figure out the like spy murder mystery type thing. Detective Grimoire, you are a detective and you're sort of interrogating a lot of suspects like in a certain town isn't really the right word, but like, you know, it's like they had a similar vibe but they had a different vibe. Okay, sorry, I don't want to actually place it in B yet. I haven't fully thought about it. The Detective Grimoire games are really funny. They're really interesting. But I think this and Tangle Tower would not go in the same tier. Maybe Tangle Tower would go in S tier, and so then this would go in A? We'll do that for now. I really liked this game. The only thing that I don't like about these games, the Detective Grimoire, Tangle Tower sort of games, is that the storyline, like being able to find out the mystery for yourself, seemed too obscure to me usually. I don't think it was as obscure with Detective Grimoire as it was with Tangle Tower. With Tangle Tower, it was like, whoa, insane twist. You never would have seen it coming. But then also it's kind of like, I never would have seen it coming. Like, oh wow, I can't believe it's that. But I should have seen it coming, so I guess it does make it pretty awesome. But sometimes I like to feel like I'm figuring it out a little bit, and then there's a big twist. But I feel like with these ones, sometimes this one I could tell already. This one was too easy, I think. I don't want to spoil what they were, so I'm not saying any more than that. But okay, we'll leave it at A tier for now. Don't Starve! Oh, I forgot. I also, this is another Let's Play that I didn't really finish. I mean, I kind of did. It's more like I retired it. Because I don't really know if you can finish this game. Maybe you can. But, I had a lot of fun playing this game. And look at this. All of the numbers I make myself, guys, okay? And I always try to match sort of the style of the title. But, I don't get a font. I always just make them myself. And so this one's all, scratchy, like that. And I think it's cute. This game is like Minecraft or Oxygen Not Included or any of those types of games where it's like you don't finish the game, right? Not really. And I loved it, even though it was super hard and frustrating and scary. The reason I stopped playing it was because I kept dying. You try to survive, you try not to starve and whatnot, but then it gets to a point where you die because it gets too difficult, and then you'd have to start over again. And I didn't really know how interesting of a Let's Play it would be if I just continued to have to start it over again, over and over and over, you know? With Oxygen Not Included, I've only restarted a couple of times, and for various reasons. I didn't keep failing. I always said, if I keep failing, I'll have to retire the playthrough. I'm not going to keep playing it. But I didn't keep failing, so I kept going. Why can't I just make this 300? Okay, thank you. Whereas with Don't Starve, I unfortunately kept failing. But I would love to play it again. I'll put it B tier for now because, yeah, I would love to play more of it. Definitely. But I would have to get a little bit better at it, I think. Or, maybe just try it and then fail again. But, just do a couple more episodes just for the fun of it, I suppose, maybe. Okay, this next one, I think I'm not going to include on our list. I was going to because I was like, it's kind of is like a Let's Play because there's, I think, maybe 7 episodes of this. So it seems like a Let's Play, but I didn't play it like a Let's Play. I played it like a small indie game that I'm only playing for one day, but then I kept going back to it to finish it. But it wasn't a let's play per se in my mind. And I just don't remember it very well. I think it was funny and cute, but I don't remember it enough to give it a fair rating, I don't think. So I'm gonna skip over this one. But just, I was considering it to be included, but we won't include it. Okay. Dust and Elysian Tale. This game is a game that I wish I could go back and play again. Just because I feel like I didn't do it justice the first time. And the reason that I feel that way, which first of all, let's once again look at this. Okay, sure, I didn't match the same font, but I put these little shine marks here myself. And then I gave it like the white around the edges. Looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. This game is Korean. This right here is Korean. It says Monji. I don't know if that means dust. I don't know if that means an Elysian Tale. I don't know what it means, but I can read it. Kind of. And this I would pronounce a little bit better if I didn't have a stuffy nose. So please bear with me, okay? But so yeah, this game is a Korean game. And like there was a whole bunch of food items that she would pick up and stuff. Like kimbap and stuff like that I kept calling sushi. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand the first time I played it. Like the aspects that were Korean, I think I kept thinking they were Japanese, or I kept thinking I don't know what sort of Asian culture that these things are from. And now it's like I would know a lot more, and so it just frustrates me to think that I played this whole game not... Maybe I understood at some point that it was Korean, but like I'm pretty sure I kept calling some of the foods sushi, and it wasn't really sushi, and that bothers me. That does bother me, so I wish that I could play it again just for that aspect. But also, I liked this game. It had a good storyline. It was really intense, the storyline at times. And the fighting got to be really crazy. This was one of those games where you like hit, and your combo keeps going up. And I don't think I've played any other games like that on the channel. So it was definitely unique. Great storyline. But frustrating that I didn't understand the sort of like culture of it as much as I should have at the time. So I'm going to put it B tier for that reason. Okay, next up, Evergrow. Wow, this thumbnail is garbage. But the game didn't give you much to work with, okay? All my thumbnails I have to work off of the game stuff, like what you can get from the game. So, the thumbnail was always like a piece. It was always one of the puzzles. So this is what the puzzles looked like. They were like, this like, what is it? Isometric sort of viewpoint or something. And what you had to do was you had a starting point, and these were all like squares. Like the whole thing was made up of square pieces. And you had a start point, and you had to like hop your bunny around to like get to the end point. And like your bunny would auto hop based off of the way that you set up the puzzle or something. I don't know. Really cool and cute puzzle game. No, not that one. Really cool and cute puzzle game. But I never finished it because I think one of the puzzles ended up being glitched or something. And I just couldn't finish. But I was having a good time playing it. A big challenge for a lot of the puzzles. But like it was just sort of an indie game. No real storyline. It was kind of just like puzzles, like do these puzzles. So I'll put it at C tier. There was a glitch that I got stuck on, I think. Or it also lagged when I would record it. The bunny hopping did lag and I would have to resync it. It's had its problems. So C tier. Next is Evoland. Okay, and oh, they're in the wrong order. Evoland 2 is here. And then Evoland would be this one. I think Evoland 2 is the way more intense one, like way more storyline and stuff. So, okay. Evoland. This was a game where you went from pixel art style, old school video game to like more 3D style. It was really interesting. The gameplay like progressed over time, like the way that gameplay progresses over time, if that makes sense. You went from like vintage style games to modern style games in one game. But this one, I don't think the storyline was very fleshed out or anything. I think it was more or less pretty quick one and done type of thing, but I liked the concept and I liked what storyline they did have, so I decided to play Evoland 2. And Evoland 2 had the same concept, except you would actually go back and forth from the different like old and new style games. But there were a lot of different characters. There was a crazy storyline. This one was pretty cool. And there was a great card game in this game. You know how sometimes games have another game in the game? Yeah, there was a card game in this game and it was so fun. It was so simple, but like I loved it. So we're gonna say, I think we're gonna say A tier for this one. Which I actually find kind of weird. I wish that I could put this closer, but I'd have to change the order of my layers. Okay, to save space, I can do it. Put this behind this one so that we can get it closer. I'm surprised that I'm putting it in A tier because I don't know, like I didn't think it was like super special. I didn't think that it was super beautiful or anything, but altogether I think it deserves to be an A tier, like because of the way that the storyline was by the end of it. Like it was pretty crazy. Oh, but it actually did lag out too. Okay, B tier. I don't feel like I can put any game that lagged a lot when I recorded it into A tier, because that definitely does. Well, Beyond Good and Evil did sometimes too, I think. But that one was so old that I have to give it a pass. Like I was on my old laptop when I did that one. Okay, I have to shrink these down. But yeah, any game that lagged a lot is going to severely impact its Let's Play rating, because I struggled to edit those. Okay, so here's where we're looking so far. Yeah, Evoland and Evoland 2, I feel like C and B is okay for that, because once again, it's a very lost playthrough. It doesn't get very many views. Okay, next, Fez. Okay, Fez, I think I'm just straight away gonna put in A or S. Okay, which one do I go with? This game is a puzzle game where different, like you rotated the whole world. It was like was it isometric or was it just 2D? I think it might have been 2, I can't remember. But you would it was like you were living on a cube and you could rotate the cube for certain puzzles. And a lot of the puzzles had to do with cubes. But the reason that this game has got to be so high up here is because the puzzles were so intense. Like you had to find the smallest of details in one place and then find how it related to a completely different room and a completely different section. It was crazy. So super fun in that sense. I'll put it A tier because there was a storyline to a degree, I think, but I didn't really get it. There was like an old man at the beginning and then at the end, and I was like, you know, it wasn't like above and beyond story-wise. So A tier, but I loved that game. Loved the puzzles, and it really trained me to be good at puzzles in other games. I'm finding a lot of the puzzle secret stuff in Celeste, I think because I was trained so well in Fez to find puzzles like that. So really cool game. Like A tier, please don't get me wrong. The A tier games are incredible. Okay, I'm saving S tier for like the most special of games. Okay. Here's another one that I thought I would include, but to save space and time and everything, I'm not going to. I think this had like 4 episodes. It was an indie game, and it was puzzles where you had to put pipes, like you had to place pipes so that a ball would like roll through the pipes and get to the other side. Super beautiful and super fun. But I think it came with its own problems and stuff, and I don't really consider it a Let's Play, even though it did have multiple episodes, so we'll skip past that one. Okay, Four-Sided Fantasy. This game was a game where you changed, like, gravity, I think. And you, like, either were walking on the ceiling, or else then you were walking on the floor, or you had to like move the screen to line up with the screen. I don't really remember, but it was a crazy puzzle game, where you were like you could walk over this hole, but like if you made the screen line up with the screen a little bit differently, then the hole was like a hole that you would fall in or something. Kind of cool, kind of crazy, but kind of lost and or irrelevant in terms of a Let's Play, I suppose. I like how I said I was trying to like let people know of the different Let's Plays that I've done, and maybe they'd want to check some of them out, and then I'm calling them irrelevant and I'm saying, oh yeah, it was C tier. Like no one is gonna want to watch it if I say stuff about it like that. But no, it was really, really fun, really good. Like I do think it would be a good Let's Play to watch. I just don't think that it's relevant enough to go higher than B. But and it's because it was shorter and stuff. It was also pretty like pretty beautiful. It had good puzzles. Oh my god, the more I think about it. But I can't put everything in A tier. I can't. So some things have to go in B tier. But B tier is still really watchable. I would say from C down, you might be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't watch this. But this one, actually, I think people would enjoy. It was just the lag difficulty for me was so crazy that like I'm putting it there. Okay, anyway, Geometry Dash. Okay, I guess this is kind of like an unfinished Let's Play. It only had so many episodes. Like I never got to the final level, if that's what matters. Then it's unfinished. But I could always go back and play more of this. I just wasn't very good at it. But I'm going to put it in B tier because it was super fun. Everyone knows Geometry Dash. If you don't, it's a rhythm game in the sense that like there's a box, there's a cube, and the cube starts moving automatically. And you just have to press jump at the right time. To jump over the obstacles or to jump on the platforms and stuff like that. And it goes with the music. Like what makes it such a cool game is that the music is perfectly timed to be like really satisfying as you go through the level. I just was really bad at it, but it was really cool, really satisfying, really fun. I should play more of that. Okay. Are we almost? I think we're about halfway through. Okay. I'll try to do some of these more quickly. Next up is Hollow Knight. Oh my god, wow, this thumbnail is bigger. This thumbnail is bigger than my my current like image that I'm working on. Okay. Well, I won't fully smallen it yet. Hollow Knight. Actually, I don't even need to spend very much time on this one. I know where it's going. It's going in S tier because this is one of the best Let's Plays, if not the best Let's Play that I've ever done on the channel so far. Like it by far has brought in the most new people, I think, between the Let's Play and the shorts altogether. It's also so much longer than I ever thought it was going to be. Like I can't believe I'm still playing it. And I could have finished it by now, but like I'm trying to do as much as I can in the game. I didn't want to just finish it as soon as like the ending was opened up to me, to like go that path. I've been trying to go all of the extra side paths first. But yeah, people love this game and I'm loving this game. I'm loving the challenge. I'm loving how much better, like how much I improved over time. The storyline is a little bit like ominous, maybe I should say. Like I don't fully know the storyline yet because I haven't finished the game yet. But I think the storyline is intriguing. So everything about it is just an all-around good time. And a really good Let's Play. So I have to put it there. Okay, Jenny LeClue. Wow. Jenny LeClue. I'm gonna have to say, I think I also want this one to go in S tier. This was like point and click style, detective style, but it had super fun. Look at this thumbnail. I made it look like this myself. Because one of the ends of one of the chapters or the demo or something was like ripped up pieces of paper, and so I made them look like ripped up pieces of paper. Okay, anyway, Jenny LeClue. Yes, it's point and click style like some of the other ones that I have done and that I've talked about already. Really funny. Like the Detective Grimoire games. But why is this one better than that? Well, because this one, and it's different now. If you were to get this game now, you wouldn't experience this, okay? But when I played this game, it had no voice acting. So I got to do all the voices myself. Now, they've since updated the game and they did full voiceover. Which is so weird to me because like they already had voices and I like the voices, like in my head they already had voices, the voices that I gave them. And I like those voices better, personally. At least the main character. That's really the only main one that I've heard. But they picked such a different voice for the main character than I picked for her that like I don't like that aspect, but I had such a fun time playing it because I got to do the voices. It was a good mystery, had good puzzles, and I got to do the voice acting, and also it did bring in some people, you know, it was kind of a popular Let's Play. So this didn't bring in very many people. It was less puzzly than Jenny LeClue was, I think. Like when there were puzzles, I think they were a little bit easier. So Jenny LeClue is going to be S tier, whereas this is only A tier. Okay, next. Kingdom New Lands. Okay. The Kingdom games are going to be ones that are ranked quite highly just for the sheer fact that I had so much fun playing them. Now, these games, unfortunately, are completely lost to the void. And I know why. It's because when you make a game, like when you upload something, you choose the category that it gets uploaded into. And if you're uploading a game, you choose the gaming category, and then it gives you a subcategory where you can put the title of the game. If I try to put the title for Kingdom New Lands, Kingdom Two Crowns, any of those, it shows up there in the autocomplete option. Like they recognize that as a game, because sometimes, like say for Evergrow, I wouldn't have been able to put it in a game subcategory because they didn't know what the game Evergrow was. It was too small of a game. But YouTube does know what Kingdom New Lands is. They do know what Kingdom Two Crowns is. They know those games. They show up there as a subcategory. It just so happens that whenever I try to click it to put it into that subcategory, they're like, okay, yeah, we'll put it there. And then they're like, psych, and they don't. So they don't act as if they're in any subcategory. So if anyone is looking for a Let's Play of this, my videos are not showing up there, most likely. It's very frustrating. But I will put Kingdom New Lands in A tier just so that I can then put Kingdom Two Crowns in S tier, because one of them has to go in S tier. because I stinking love playing these games. They're so fun. This is like a resource management side scroller type game. And I don't know, I can't really describe it. I don't know why I have so much fun playing these games, but I do. So S tier. Love that game. Okay. Next, King's Quest. Wow, King's Quest. This is a very early Let's Play that I did. Maybe it was the third, or maybe it was the fourth. I think it was probably the fourth. I think I played Psychonauts, then Beyond Good and Evil, and then Portal, which we haven't gotten to yet, and then King's Quest. Maybe that was the order. So King's Quest was super early on, and it was the first game that I played, the first Let's Play that I played, that I hadn't seen any of before. So, Psychonauts and Beyond Good and Evil, I had seen, like, I'd played through them completely already. And then Portal I had watched a little bit of, and I had seen Portal 2 being played. So I knew some of the stuff about the Portal games. This game I was going into blind. And I loved this game. I had so much fun playing this, and I wish that more people would watch this game. And actually, it was the most successful playthrough that I had had at the time, which it was only my fourth one. But it was like, instead of barely anyone watching it, it was like, wow, like, you know, maybe like 10 people are watching this episode, that sort of thing. So still very, very, very small amount of viewers because it was so long ago. But it was funny. It had puzzles, but not really in the puzzly sense that I'm talking about before. It was more like gather up a whole bunch of items and then you have to figure out how and where to use those items to solve certain problems, you know. But it also was like a choose your own adventure sort of thing. You could go down different paths and those paths would give you a different game, you know, a different storyline. So I actually did a second Let's Play of this. Well, like a second run through. I called it the Wenty run because one of the characters' name was Wenty. And I didn't go down the Wenty path the first time, and so then I did a second run through to see all of the different changes going down that path. That's how much I liked this game. But also I just really loved the comedy and everything of it. It was such a good time. I'm putting this in S tier. I don't care what anyone says. I think more people should watch this. It was so cute, so funny, and so interesting. Oh, and Christopher Lloyd does a voice in it. So if you know Christopher Lloyd, Doc in Back to the Future, or maybe you know him as Hacker, the voice of Hacker from Cyber Chase. Or you probably know him from a lot of other things because he's really famous. He's really old now, like really old. Like he was old in all the things that I knew of him from, and now he's like really old. But yeah, I don't know if you know of him, like he's in this, so you should watch it because it's got a famous person in it. But such a good time. S tier. Oh my god, I love that game. Okay, next up, Minecraft. Wow, look at this thumbnail. My god, it's atrocious. The Minecraft thumbnails aren't exactly good, but they're better than this one. This is the only one that is like this, and then I changed the format for the other ones, which happens sometimes. Like I said, it happened with Braid. Minecraft is not exactly a finished Let's Play. Like, I never said I wasn't going to play any more of it, but I've put it on hiatus. I haven't played it in a month or two, because it started to be very, very frustrating for me. I'm going to put this in B tier, which means we need to resize again. It's going in B tier because, well, here's the thing. I have a goal in Minecraft. I want to complete that goal. I haven't completed it yet. I've had quite a difficult time so far. Quite a difficult time. Which thumbnail is this? Okay, that's not the one that I need. I need to find this thumbnail. Okay. I'm thinking and I'm doing things at the same time to try to save time. Did I say same time or save time? I don't know. Minecraft is like fun, but frustrating. Like, I do not have an easy time recording that game as a Let's Play. I have a frustrating time. And I don't always have an easy time playing the game. I sometimes have a frustrating time. But at the same time, it's like I like the game. You know? So that's why it's going in B tier. Because it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just like a struggle. The struggle is real, but like also I feel like it's iconic to, it's Minecraft. So we'll put it in B tier for now, and I will get back to playing it someday to finish my house. But it's on hiatus. Okay, next. Mini Ghost. Whoa. Why does this one have... Oh, I know why it has bars. Because it was meant to... No, I don't know why it has bars. Why does this one have bars? I hate this. I have to get rid of them. Okay, I fixed it. Mini Ghost. This is a game that was like a mini game, almost. Like, it was like a smaller game that was like the same character as a game called Ghost or something. I never played the like real game. I only played the other game that was like a cuter, smaller like type of game in the same universe or something. I don't really fully understand. But this game was fun. We had some good times. There were some good challenges, but also it gave me like the biggest gaming rage moment that I think I've had on the channel. So I'm gonna put it C tier because it was quite frustrating at one point. And also there was like a storyline, but I don't really remember it or anything. So we'll put it there. Okay, next up, Oxygen Not Included. The longest running Let's Play on the channel. So it definitely is going to be A or S. We're not done with it yet. I think even though I'm still playing it, I've been playing it for so long that it actually has gotten the nostalgia factor already. I'm going to put it S tier. How could I not? It's also one of the more popular, Let's Plays that I've had. So that's a reason that it bumps it up. I love Oxygen Not Included. I could play it for forever probably, but at some point people are going to stop watching. But I'm having a real good time with it for now. So, okay. Next, Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies is interesting because I only have 4 episodes of it. I didn't actually do a Let's Play of the actual game because I had played the game already. I did a Let's Play solely to try and why am I shrinking? Why do I have to shrink this down so far? What do I shrink it down to? Oh, 300. I did a Let's Play of this solely to try and get a certain achievement in survival mode. So it's weird because it's not like I'm Let's Playing through the game, but I'm considering it a Let's Play anyway. And the episodes kind of popped off, or at least one of them did. People really liked it, so I always feel like I should play more of it, but I already deleted it. Like, I already uninstalled it, and it didn't have cloud save, so I would have to go through the whole entire game again in order to unlock that part, which I already had to do the first time, and I'd already played the game before, so I'd have to play the game for like the 5th time through or something, and it would just be really excessive. But this game is super funny, super cute, super fun. I'm going to put it in A tier. I love Plants vs. Zombies. I mean, I've never played the other ones, but they're such a different format, like Garden Warfare and that sort of stuff. I don't know how many of those there are. But I never played those ones because they're not the same as this type of game, and this is the type that I liked. So, yeah. A tier. Portal! Okay, look at this thumbnail, guys. Don't look super closely because it's a little bit scuffed, but I made this little room with these wall panels like this myself, and I made the little characters floating through the portals. And then every episode there would be like a different sort of thing and vibe. And like once you got to the scary rooms in Portal, I made the room look scary, not like pristine and clean. And they're really cool. But Portal, okay, like I said, this was probably like the third Let's Play that I did. And you know, I liked it. It was good, but I don't think it was super special in any way. So I'll put it with the B tier. But I know people really like this game, so if you really like this game, hey, I played it. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's because it was so long ago and stuff that I'm just not feeling like it's super special. But like a lot of these games in here I also really loved. Like I said, anything from C and below is maybe like take it or leave it. But B is still really good. Okay, next up, Psychonauts. This is not a good thumbnail. But what I did is I rotated between 3 different types of thumbnails, and the other ones are cooler because I have one that is like, looks like Raz is like outside of the thumbnail and he's using his psychic powers to push the thumbnail, and it's pretty cool. But okay, Psychonauts, the first ever Let's Play that I did, is not going to go into S tier like you might think because it was like one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite games of all time that I had played at the time, and the first ever Let's Play, so super nostalgic, super funny, everything like that. But it's not going to go in S tier because I had played the game already. So it wasn't like a first time playing experience. So I'm not going to put it in S tier. I will put it in A tier though, which means I need to make more room. Here you go, Psychonauts A tier. Beautiful. Okay, Psychonauts 2, on the other hand. Psychonauts 2, everyone is going to be disappointed in me and disgusted, but I'm actually going to put it B tier. Because I just have a little, like, saltiness attached to this game and or Let's Play. First of all, it was lagging a little when I first tried to play it, and it was causing me some troubles. It was really great. It brought back the nostalgia of the first one. I did really enjoy it, but I don't know. I think I just enjoyed the first one more. Like when I first played the first one, it was better than when I first played the second one. So I'm gonna put it in B tier, just because I feel like they can't be in the same tier. Like I think Psychonauts 2 I liked less than Psychonauts 1, but I still really liked it. So I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but I think I'll put it in B tier. Okay, next up, Puzzle Agent. Puzzle Agent. Okay. This game, very fresh in my mind, very recently played. I've got to play the second one at some point, and we'll get to it when we have the time. This game is just pretty good. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna put it in A tier. Like, I really liked the puzzles and like the style of puzzles. Like it was puzzles from like a book that you can buy, you know? Like it wasn't there were puzzles that there were some puzzles that were less like a game mechanic-y and more like, you know, like reading book type puzzles. But then there also were the ones that were like game mechanic-y, but like of olden times and stuff. So it had a different vibe of puzzles to it than some other puzzle games, which I really liked. And also it was really funny. It had some really fun voice acting. And I liked the mystery. Like, I liked how I could follow along with the mystery more easily than you can sometimes follow along with the mystery in games. So I'm going to put it A tier. Yeah, we had a fun time there. Okay. Next up, Quantum Conundrum! Pew pew pew! I'm just gonna say right off the bat, these are some of the best thumbnails I've ever made, were the Quantum Conundrum ones. I made this little blueprint myself. I mean, like, this I didn't make, that was like part of the game design. But like, I made these like page curl effect, and all of these things I made. I mean, you can see it's a little scuffed looking right here. But like, I made all of these like white outlined versions of the different items in the game and made the thumbnails match what was happening. And look at this. I did this myself, like, and I matched this thing. Like, I just feel like it looks so clean and so good, and so just, I feel like it's a really good representation for the game without being like screenshot of game, which is what I have to default to for most things, as you can see, most thumbnails. This is not the screenshot of the game, and I think it's really visually appealing and gives you a good idea of what's going to be in the episode. This one had safes. Okay, but Quantum Conundrum is probably B tier. I had a lot of fun with the puzzles. It was puzzles more in the Portal sense. Like, it was kind of like Portal in a way, but not storyline wise. Storyline wise, it was much sillier. Okay, we have to shrink everything again. Much sillier, and just a fun time. It was cute, but like not some sort of incredible game, you know, like it's not an S tier game. It was B tier. We had a fun, good time, and I really liked it. So I'll put it in B tier because I think that's a good way to represent the B tier, right? You have a fun, good time. Maybe it has some nostalgia, maybe it has some parts that you liked, but like it's not like extra special, right? B tier is for these games that it's like they're not extra special, and or they were kind of extra special. I guess I should probably just make the Quantum Conundrum one small now too, but it didn't get any time to be big. Look how good that looks. Look how clean that looks. And I'm super salty about the fact that nowadays they've rounded all the corners on thumbnails. They just decided to display thumbnails with rounded corners now. And I'm like, do you know how many of my thumbnails you're ruining? Like, you're making look dumb. Like, this one will have a rounded corner here and a rounded corner here, but then not a rounded corner here or here because it's just white space. Or this one will have like tiny little rounded corners on the edge of these. It's so dumb. I hate it. It bothers me. It wouldn't affect this one though. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I don't know what I was saying, but I'm sure everyone else knew. So let's move on. The Silent Age. Ooh, spooky. This game, we're gonna go B tier. I think it's safe to put it in B tier. And you know what? I'll make it small automatically, even though it's a pretty crisp thumbnail. It could fit right in that spot. And we can just move right on to the next one. Please, please. Just 150, please. Thank you. Okay. This was a very mysterious game. Very cool game. It was like 70s, 80s style, like retro, mystery, dark, futuristic, but not futuristic, because I just said retro. But like kind of falls through the cracks a little bit, you know? So we'll put it at B tier, but once again, fun, good time. Okay, next, Slime Rancher. They're in the wrong order again. That's so frustrating. Slime Rancher and Slime Rancher 2. Okay. Slime Rancher is going to be A or S tier. I think let's say S tier. Which means I'm not going to have enough room and I'm going to have to I'm going to have to change everything. So let's just do both of these at once so I can fix it all. So I'm going to put Slime Rancher 1 in S tier because it was super cute and super fun and super nostalgic and I loved that game. And I found all the secrets and I did everything and yeah, good time. So S tier. And then Slime Rancher 2 I'll put in A tier just because I haven't played through it all yet. So I don't know if I will like it more or less than this one. So because this one has such a nostalgia factor, it will go up here and maybe they would both go up there. But it's not even finished being made yet. So okay, there we go. I'm telling you guys, okay? The thumbnail trope that I do is pretty cool looking on a white background most of the time. And I really needed a way for my for my thumbnails to stand out from other people's because I had to just use what the game gave me to use. And so I thought of the trope, you know, of like making there be like white background that will blend into the background. And it was great. But like no one uses white backgrounds. Everyone uses night mode or dark mode. But they look nice, don't they? I think they look nice. You don't need to tell me that they do. I already think that they do. So there. Actually, sometimes I think they look bad too, and I say that as well. Okay, Tangle Tower. Tangle Tower, I'm putting in S tier because I put Detective Grimoire in A, and I think Tangle Tower is better, so therefore it goes in S. Super funny, super interesting, incredible twist. A little frustrating that I couldn't really follow along to figure out the twists. It was too difficult to figure out, but like I guess that's the point, you know. But if you'll notice, I really like the comedy of games. A lot of the ones that seem a little simpler have a really good comedy aspect that boosts them up. And Tangle Tower, you know, it was just the point and click style with some puzzles. Like I said, I think the puzzles were a little simpler in this game and this game than they were in, which one did I compare it to? In Jenny the Clue, I think had more complicated ones. Is that what I said? But still super funny, super good. I love the aesthetics of it. That's another thing, like games that I like. This one is, everything's so cute. This one is really beautiful. Jenny the Clue, I also really like the aesthetics of. So yeah, S tier for Tangle Tower, definitely. And people really like this playthrough. This is possibly a playthrough, like I feel like Hollow Knight has brought in more people, but I feel like overall each episode of Tangle Tower has more views than each episode of any other playthrough. But I'm not positive if that's correct or not. Okay, Turmoil, oh my god. Okay, Turmoil is like the Kingdom games for me. I can't explain it. I just absolutely love playing this game. You just drill for oil, and you have to try to drill for more oil than your competitors in every season. It's just super fun. I love it. Super nostalgic also. Absolutely have to put Turmoil in S tier as a playthrough because, like, I wish I could play it again, you know? So that's when you know it's S tier. Okay. Next up, Typo Man. I always forget that I played this one. Well, Typo Man revised, apparently, because there was some other Typo Man. And look at this thumbnail where I made the letters fade away like this, like breaking away. I did that, yeah, I did that, and it looks really cool. Typo Man, I always forget about, so it can't be too high up. But I had a fun time. It was really cool, and also it was really like not nostalgic, but like it was really relevant at the time that I was playing it. They kept talking about like, oh, the hero should keep going, and like, oh, you know, they're going through these hard times and they were like falling apart, and like then they were rebuilding themselves and stuff like that. And I was like, I think at the time I had stopped making videos for a while because like things were not working out. I think it might have been somewhat aligned with some of the time that I was trying to do all of the Epic program stuff. If you ever heard my podcast type episode or type videos about my struggles of getting through the Epic program because of COVID, this might have lined up with some of the early stages of that. I'm not sure. But yeah, so this game was pretty relevant for all of that kind of vibes and stuff. I'd say B tier, yeah. That was pretty, this is a pretty cool one. But very like short and you know, unassuming at first. So that's why I think it falls through the cracks a little bit. Like the cracks of my memory and the cracks of other people like looking to want to watch it and stuff. Okay, The Veil. The Veil. This is our other audio-only Let's Play. We started with A Blind Legend, and I talked about, and I said it didn't really pan out, so we only played a couple of episodes of it, whereas The Veil was incredible. This game did audio-only, like, perfectly. Whenever I play the next audio adventure-only game that I play, which I have at least one more to play, I hope that it can do as well as this game did. Sorry, I don't want it to look like it's in that tier yet. I hope it can do as well as this one did, because this was incredible. I feel like it just worked out flawlessly. Like, everything about it just was the way it should be. And it had such a great story. It was so satisfying. I'm gonna put it S tier. Yeah. And there wasn't even any visual aspect to the game. I mean, there was glowing dots, but like, that was just so that there was something on the screen, probably. Like, that wasn't any part of the actual gameplay. Okay, I've only got 3 more to go. And I know everyone's thinking, okay, this F tier down here is a complete waste. You never put anything in that. It's just a waste of screen space. You could have made the pictures bigger and stuff. No. Then the aspect ratios would have been all weird. This is better, trust me. Plus, that's like the bottom part of the screen. No one wants to look for important stuff down there anyway. It shouldn't have anything important in it. Okay, but yeah, our final 3. Wander Song. I think everyone already knows where this one has to go. This is S tier, absolutely. What a great game. This game is just filled with happiness and fun and good times, while at the same time being extremely like, oh my god, like, what the heck sort of vibes, you know? You're like, wow, what a great time. And then you're like, oh no. What? Wow. Oh my god. What a great Let's Play. Wander Song? Wow. Chef's Kiss. I can't even describe it. I just had such a good time playing that game. Such a good time. Okay. While True, Learn. This game was about, as you can see here, it was about like coding logic systems. And I had a little bit of experience with that in theory already, like with logic systems and like and, or, not, that sort of stuff. So this game was it was an interesting challenge for me, to try to like see how well I could build things with that information that I already kind of knew. And then I also got to learn a little bit more about some of those things. I had a good time playing this. It was really fun. But I was playing it while it was while it was in development, and they got an update at some point that like ruined my old save. So I had to abandon it. I know, it's just terrible. But goodness, do I put it in C tier just because we have room here in C tier for it? Or do I put it in B tier? I feel like I'll put it in C tier because I don't think it was probably the type of game for everyone to want to watch, you know? So in terms of Let's Plays, it was a little bit niche. Because that's kind of all that it was. It was like, build one of those systems to like you had to like get all of the blocks from one side to the other side. It was like splitting them and dividing them and redirecting and stuff. I really liked it. I had a fun time. I would probably personally put it in B tier. But because it's, like I said, a little bit niche maybe, I will put it in C tier. And then we have one more, and I'm not going to have room. I'm going to have to resize things because I'm not putting it in D tier, this last one, which is okay, wait. No, if I resize things first, it's going to spoil where I want to put it. Whoppo! What an odd looking thumbnail. It was an odd looking game. Whoppo is a game, I can't even really describe it. It was just so weird, but so funny for how weird it was. Like, it was funny because of the weirdness. It was one of those games. And also cute. And also, I used a Russian accent for the main character, which was just really fun to do, because I really like to do a Russian accent, even though I'm not, it's a stereotypical accent. I'm not like doing an accurate accent, but it's just a fun way to talk. So that was extra fun. Plus it was funny. Oh, I'm gonna put this in, do I put it in B or A? B or A? Do not scale whatever you're scaling now. Scale this layer. B or A, B or A, B or A. I'm gonna have to resize either category. Let me see the other things in the category. Let's see. It would be going against... dang. I feel like I have a little bit more of like a nostalgia fun time factor about it than I do about some of these games in here. Like, I feel like games in here... yeah, I think it's... but it's not really as good as these games. It's kind of like a B+. A. I'll put it at A. I think that's fair. Okay, let me get some room. I'll put it at A, but I'll make it small, okay? Okay, there. See, it's right there. Now, the order that these are in does not mean anything. These being small and these being big does not mean anything, okay? All that matters is the letter, okay? Let's go through. Final run through. I'm just so glad that this took me less than 2 hours. That's all I can say. This is my final run through of where I currently feel about all of the Let's Plays that I've ever done in almost 9 years. I think maybe I started gaming videos more like 8 years ago. I didn't double check when I uploaded Psychonauts, but that's quite a few Let's Plays to do, right? So we have in S tier, Hollow Knight, Jenny LeClue, Kingdom 2 Crowns, King's Quest, Oxygen Not Included, Slime Rancher, Tangle Tower, Turmoil, The Veil, and Wandersong. I can't say more good things about those Let's Plays. Like, I had such a good time playing them. Okay, A tier, A Hat in Time, Beyond Good and Evil, The Cave, Celeste, Chip's Challenge, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Detective Grimoire, Fez, Kingdom Newlands, Plants vs. Zombies, Psychonauts, Wuppo, Puzzle Agent, and Slime Rancher 2. That's like, wow. The only thing that I could say better about those games is the games that are in S tier. Like, still nothing bad to say about those games. Absolutely had a wonderful time. But I suppose technically I could think of ones better. Okay. B tier. Agent A, Degrees of Separation, The Desolate Hope, Don't Starve, Dust, and Elysian Tale, Evoland 2, Four-Sided Fantasy, Geometry Dash, Minecraft, Portal, Psychonauts 2, The Silent Age, Quantum Conundrum, and Typo Man Revised. This is the category of, like, I had a great fun time playing these, probably for the most part, but, like, do they have that extra special oomph to them? Maybe not. Okay, C tier, Banished, Evergrow, Evoland, Mini Ghost, and While True, Learn. This is like games that were kind of scuffed in some way or another, or had like a negative element to them for some reason that's like souring my memory of them, but otherwise still technically a good game / Let's Play. And then finally, D tier with A Blind Legend and Braid. That's like Let's Plays that gave me too much trouble for what they were worth. With A Blind Legend, it was too much trouble in terms of gameplay for what it was worth, and for Braid, it was too much trouble with editing for what it was worth. But also, I suppose, a little bit with gameplay, because I'm pretty sure there was a puzzle that was going to be too difficult at the end. But I would be more willing to try it if I knew that editing it would be, more doable. So that is my tier list. Thank you guys so much if you listened through the whole thing. I hope maybe you found a new Let's Play that you would like to check out. And leave your suggestions in the comments below for any other types of tier lists you would like to see me do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye now.